Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
It's Josh and Rich. Phone number 877-937-1047. Yesterday we brought up like this silly way you hurt yourself, and it's still going on. Hi, Kim. You hurt yourself in a silly way?
Well, I didn't, but my sister did.
Okay, how?
Kind of fun. Back when we were in high school, I used to be in bands, and so we were at a band competition, and they were there to support me. So they were out in the audience, like the auditorium chairs, and she sneezed, and when she did, she broke her nose on the chair in front of her.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh my God. One time at band camp?
Yeah, just one time at band camp.
I mean, don't you think she's freaking out when that happens? Like, what just happened? I just sneezed. How do I have a broken nose?
So everybody heard a holler, but, we couldn't stop.
That's great, Kim. Thanks for calling in. Thank you for listening.
Thank y'all.
Cheyenne, good morning.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, stupid ways to hurt yourself. It had been snowing up here in Hattiesburg, and I was trying to be a good business owner, sweep off the concrete so nobody would slip walking in. And the old broom I had, it was metal, and caught on a piece of ice and went into my hand. No need to go to the hospital, though. I ended up just going back inside and gluing it with nail glue. I'm a nail tech.
Nail glue. Oh, my gosh, that is savage.
Yes. It bled for a little bit, but everything ended up being okay.
Oh, good.
No more metal brooms for you.
No.
Have a great day, Cheyenne. Thank you for listening.
You too.
You know, when I shift gears to get into, Payton said she had an emotional day yesterday, right? But you remember, I was on that podcast with The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Clayton. And then he came over to my house. We did a podcast for him. He dropped it a couple days ago or a week ago. Then he came over to my house on Monday because during the podcast, I had challenged him to come do a cold plunge in my house, right? So he came over to my house and he cold plunges. He misunderstood, thought I was going to cold plunge with him, but I already done it 3 times that day and I was like in a hurry. So I was like, no. So anyway, he cold plunges, really nice guy. And he starts telling me about, he started, I don't understand the backstory to this, but he's taking dance classes and he's dancing a lot. And he's posting his videos on Instagram. And it's starting to get a follow. He's kind of known now as a dancing bachelor, right? And he said one day he was dancing and he couldn't get, the teacher was teaching him, he couldn't get it right. And he started getting emotional and crying as he couldn't get the dance moves right. And as he was crying, he's like, I don't understand why I'm crying right now. Like that's not me. So then he found out that his estrogen was too high.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
That'll do it.
So Payton, you said yesterday, right? You had something like that?
Yeah, I cried 3 times yesterday in a span of like 3 hours. So I coach high school girls basketball, and I have one player who's a senior this year, and she was a freshman when we took over the program 4 years ago. So I've had her and I've watched her grow over these last 4 years, not only as a basketball player, but as a young woman, right? And she has had this series of unfortunate events where she has had 2 ACL tears within her entire high school career. 2 ACL tears, that takes you out for an entire season.
Ooh.
Right? And she's a shooter, love this kid to death. I would do anything for her. And yesterday was her first game back after her second ACL tear. And she's been working for probably about a year now trying to rehab and get back on the floor. And when I saw her get back on the floor, she got a standing ovation. I'm getting chills right now. She got a standing ovation from everybody in the gym because they were so happy for her. And I'm on the bench coaching a game and just started crying. Oh my gosh, just because I was so happy for her. And then I started crying maybe about 10 minutes later because she has a little sister that's a freshman that also played in the game yesterday. So I'm watching these 2 sisters play together and have chemistry, and I start crying again. And then after the game is over, we won. It was a nail biter. We won by 3. It was a crazy game. And I started to cry as we were walking back into the locker room to talk to the girls because I was just so emotional that we won. And our other coaches are around me, and they're like, P, like, why are you crying? I'm like, I'm just so tired.
That'll do it.
I had an 18-hour day yesterday. I didn't get to go home and take my nap like I usually do. So I had the longest day ever, and I didn't realize it until it was 9 o'clock at night, and I'm walking into the locker room, and I'm like, I'm this emotional mess. And it 100% had to do with the fact that I was running on like 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you have to check yourself sometimes and realize, like, sometimes when I feel like I was a little too snippy to my wife, I go, oh, it's 9 p.m. I've been up for a long time.
Yeah.
And then the next morning when you wake up, it's like, well, when I woke up the next morning, it's like, God, that was so. You look back at what you were mad at. You're like, that's so stupid, right?
Yeah. It was.
But you were crying for legitimate reasons.
Oh, I was. I was just so happy for her. I was so happy that we won, and I was just so exhausted. And we go into the locker room, and we're like doing like the post game talk. And our head coach looks over, and she's like, "You guys got Coach P over here crying." And then I start crying again. And I'm like having a meltdown, and all these 15 and 16-year-olds are looking at me like, "What is wrong with her?" And as I'm walking out, one of our freshmen, super talented girl. Also love her. She goes, Coach P, you know, you're pretty tough on the outside, but you're a little softy on the inside. Who are you? I was like, yeah, you guys don't really know me like that.
Yeah, don't let them see that ever again.
Hey, did you wear your ring? You were debating last week where your championship ring to a game that you were coaching.
I decided I wasn't going to wear the ring, and unfortunately, we did lose. It was a really crazy game. There was 1,000 people in the gym. It was insane.
You did not wear your ring?
But
oh man,
I'm gonna wear it when we go and play at my alma mater, because I feel like then I could really flex it, because I got my state trophy in the gym. Right. I got my banners hung. Like, I'll be able to walk in and be flexing, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you know, my son Dutch, he's 18, he's a senior, and he tore his ACL about 3 months ago. Ugh. And we've been doing some different ways of healing it instead of surgery, and it's working, right? So he hasn't been playing this season, but his senior night game is tomorrow, right? Where they get the awards, they get whatever, and then he's getting some stuff, you know, some awards and stuff. And he has it set up with his coaches where they're putting it in for one play to shoot one shot.
I love that.
That's cool of his coaches.
Like I think I'm going to cry. You talk about crying.
Yeah. You're definitely going to cry.
The only reason I wouldn't cry is because the kid's attitude. He's like, they're putting me in. I'm going to shoot a three. I'm going to turn around while it's in the air, make the three logo, look into the crowd. Like, you know what I mean? Like, while the ball's in the air, I'm like, dude, just don't get hurt.
Oh my gosh,
Don't celebrate before it actually goes through the hoop, too.
When I was in high school, I had a teammate that had tore her ACL, and she wasn't able to play her senior season. And they did the same exact thing, and she shot in the corner and made the three. Could you imagine the gym going like insane, right? Everything shaking. And our coach was like, do you want to stay in? She's like, no, take me out. I'm going out on a win right now.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, that's smart.
I'm hoping he doesn't airball.
I know.
The Dutch's shot, he just airballs. It'd be quiet. It's quiet. Just hear the ball bounce. Bonk, 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 roll out the door. And then he calls me. So it's senior night, and him and 3 other people, I guess, want to go out after the game. So yesterday, I'm just getting to the gym to work out, and the phone rings, and he's supposed to be in school, right? And I see it's him. So what's he calling me at 11 for? I pick up and he's, yo, Dad, can you get me a reservation for 4 at Elefante on Friday night on 9? And I'm like, Elefante, that's this new restaurant just opened up that my wife went to that said it's like the spot.
Oh, yeah,
and it's extremely expensive.
It's over there.
And I'm like, yeah, let me get on that. I go, how about table for 4 at Taco Bell? This kid, man. Unbelievable. Stacy, hi, you're on the air.
Hi. I know you guys are always looking for something to watch, and I am here to convince John Jay and Kyle that you have to watch Dexter Original Sin.
Okay.
It is so good. The guy that plays the young Dexter nails him to a T with his mannerisms, his facial expressions. I mean, you can absolutely see that it's him. And then the people that play Batista and LaGuardia, I mean, they actually look like young Batista and LaGuardia. I don't know where they got these people from.
That's cool.
It's absolutely crazy.
Okay, it's on my list to check out.
Christian Slater plays Harry, his dad, and does just a phenomenal job with it. So I do not think you'll be disappointed, Kyle, in watching it. You will. Michael C. Hall does narrate it, so you still get all that stuff, but it is so good. I know you guys will enjoy it.
Is it very bloody and there's murders?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
We should have started with that.
Don't bury the
Start with
headline.
that. All right, thank you, Stacey. What?
You understand where his first kill comes from, if you will.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
So, yeah, it's
All right.
really good.
Thank you. You were on it. Have a great day.
You're welcome.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
You too.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.